Well, good day, my friends. It's your old pal, Jordan the Lion. Today we are in Tampa, Florida, and we are at the University Mall. I've been trying to find old malls and just kind of see the architecture before they go. And I noticed that this one was listed as being a future demolition and that it had some of the craziest TripAdvisor reviews I've ever seen. So I thought, we got to check this out. Daze with Jordan the Lion and you all. It begins right now. So let me start out with some of the reviews for this place. Don't bother to even try to visit this dying dead mall in a rundown neighborhood area. The main stores are all shutting down. The next one says, might have once been great, but now it's definitely fading away. Extremely ghetto hygiene and selection wise, it's very poor. The Burlington doesn't hold up to its name. It's the worst one I've ever been to. It's in a very sketched out environment, meaning they recognize new people, and that's not a good thing here. Seems like the place to get robbed. Half the mall is closed down. It's grand center for con artists. Trust me when I say this. Next one is titled The Ghetto. This mall doesn't have many chain stores left and is in a dangerous area. Was really scared walking to my car at night. Next one said, many different shopping centers there. The food court had a lot of various food from the norm to the healthy ones, but very big mall with only one level and no stairs to climb. But in one area, when you go to the bathroom, it's not a regular bathroom, but an outhouse. On the other side, a regular bathroom. Oh boy. Here's another one. Reviews pretty much do not recommend going to this mall, but my teenage girls liked it. There aren't too many stores, but we got a lot for our money. And then the last one said, very sketchy. We knew that this place would be very sketchy with the lack of cars in the parking lot and a lady with no teeth asking for $1 at the entrance. It does have a Spencer's comic book store and a Hot Topic, so points for that. However, the food places were ones that we had never heard of before. The Victoria's Secret had one of its gates down for theft protection, as it was on the side with less supervision. The Hot Topic had a flimsy curtain changing room, and it was easy to see past into the room. All right, let's go enjoy the University Mall. Now, after hearing all those reviews, do you see why I'm curious to check out this place? Since I've never been here, I kind of went around the mall to look, and it looks like maybe the best place is to park under here and enter the doors there and work our way all the way around, because that's Burlington over there. Well, here's the main parking structure, and yeah, they're right, not too many cars. This mall opened in 1974, and it used to have a Dillard's, a Macy's, all the classic anchor stores, but this looks like this is the Ashley Furniture. Work our way around from here. This is a nice store. Doesn't look run down or anything like that to me. Looks really nice, actually.
Hi, sir.
Hi. Yeah, everything's nice and up to date. Now, I guess in 2019 they did start tearing down some of the mall that wasn't being used. So I like what they have, though. They have some pretty cool stuff. That whole entrance over there to the mall is closed. And this side's pretty dark. I don't see a whole lot of... Saw those two salespeople when we first walked in. But look, there's a lot of... I guess in the discount section, a lot of open space over here. It's very elvish style. Elvis, not elvish. Meaning like elves. Well, the Ashley furniture looks pretty nice. I won't complain about them. All right. First feel of the mall. See, they have a bike store over here. We'll see how much of the mall is not in use. They have ads for University of South Florida because it's right outside the campus, so that's what this is. Proud to be in Bulls country. That's all because of that. So the stores right over here directly outside of Ashley are completely closed, which can't be good. If your immediate store outside of one of your anchor stores is completely empty. See if there's any clue as to what it was. Can't really tell. We have a finish line over here. That's the one thing I keep noticing at most malls. The one thing that seems to survive the mall is the sporting goods stores that sell tennis shoes. Or like athletic shoes. So we have a Foot Locker over here. Kind of goes hand in hand. They have some new Air Jordans, which are a lot like the ones that I had when I was a kid. You're making the same ones I had. And then we have Lids over here, which is also sporting goods, jerseys, and apparel. Hats, things like that. One small little throwback to the old malls is the little candy machines. See over here, House of Hoops. It looks like that's closed, and that's a division of Foot Locker, so probably high-end shoes, clothing, but you can't enter it from the other part of the store over there. I got Blake Griffin over there. We'll visit the second level later. So all these stores are closed. Whatever was in here. And then this one's also closed. This one, in here we have some kind of, for lack of a better term, Sinbad clothes. Fancy suits and stuff. That's all closed. This looks like this is kind of the dead center of the mall. Man, most of the stuff going around this whole circle of the mall is closed, other than designer's closet over here. Everything else, like this whole store, completely closed. This one seems to be going strong. I think the food court must be upstairs. Man, this place is pretty dead. This is a Tuesday at 1 p.m. I thought that'd be like kind of a good day to come check it out for normal mall traffic. I like the way it's laid out and stuff, but it's a bummer that all these stores, like the entire circle around the mall right here in the center, that all these are closed. Really just mall walkers here and people killing time from what I've seen so far. Looks like the beauty place has a lot of stuff in there, so maybe that's normally open and they're just not open today. That's possible. Alright, let's see what else is over here. Looks like we're getting a little closer to some people walking around. More stores that are actually open. A jewelry store. And that's a jewelry store over there as well. Nothing in the kiosk. And then this looks like another kind of centrifugal part in the mall, and they have a barber shop that's open and a custom t-shirt place, but everything else, there's just nothing happening. Coffee house. That's why if you saw the last mall that I went to, that's a popular thing for them to do on weekends to draw foot traffic into the mall, is to have baseball card shows or, you know, pretty much any kind of show or convention that they can get people to come participate in, they'll host. Or a carnival. Let's see, we'll go down this way and then we'll turn around and go the other way. So that's another jewelry store. There's a few old throwback. There's some architectural throwback stuff. Like, look at this wall. This used to be, I'm not sure what flagship store that was, but they've definitely closed that off because of no one being in there. But doesn't that feel like an old mall right there? That old brick down there. They have the skylights. That was probably a Sears. I would guess that would have been a Sears. Because they saw that they did have a Dillard's, a Sears, all those at one point. That's a pure perfume store. Some kids' toys. And then there's actually a school in here. This is all a school. Excelsior Prep Charter School. Goes all the way down there. And they have a lids for purchasing hats over here. Like I said, tons of all the sports stuff. Sporting goods, hats, and shoes and all that stuff. That's all survived. That is one thing that people apparently still will come to the mall to purchase. All the dresses and everything. That place is closed. Celebrate birthdays. That place is closed. There's nobody even manning the cell phone station. Here's the Hot Topic. Ooh, cool doors. Yeah, not much of a Hot Topic. I mean, that's like pretty much the smallest one I've ever seen. And it looks like, oh, everything is closeout. They have signs that say everything must go, clearance. Wonder if they're taking the door with them. Lots of like rock and roll shirts, Nirvana shirts. Bummer. That is a bummer. They're leaving. Real bummer. Well, if they're going, if Hot Topic is going, that can't be good for anyone else. This place is closed as well. A couple of stores over here. This looks like a design laboratory. And then they have some fine clothing here. Suits and jackets and things like that. But then pretty much from here all the way down, it looks like everything else is pretty much empty. That's crazy. They must just be closing down. I mean, that's all I can figure, right? I mean, if Hot Topic's leaving, we'll see if we can find a Spencer's here. Please tell me there's a Spencer. Look at this. There's just nobody even walking around. This might lead us over to Burlington. I'm not sure. I'm kind of like turned around in here. And I'm doing a lot of talking because I don't want to have an issue with copyright. So they're playing music in here. And since there's no people walking around talking or doing anything like that, then it makes it really tough. Let's see, there's a nursing education classes over here. But other than that, yeah, pretty much nothing open. Some cool artwork. See what the artwork is. Don't know what was there. Oh, it looks like it was an arcade. Yeah, that definitely looks like that was an arcade. Some sort. Martial arts. Oh, this is the cool art I saw. That's neat. I love the architecture. That's all closed up. The view. And then we just have a big sign above it. It says, "Thank you for shopping at University Mall." Then they have some artwork over here, which I love this kind of artwork, so I'm into it. I would change this one over here that says "Dead Men Tell No Tales." I would change that to "Dead Malls Tell No Tales." After what we saw today. But this is great. I really like this artwork. Oh, that's also bad news if the Hibbett Sports is closed. That's kind of like a Foot Locker. Great art. I love it. And there's some more down here. But yeah, this was the Hibbett Sports. And that's kind of like a Foot Locker. You could buy shoes and all that stuff. They're done. Just looking around at the state of the mall. Ghost Beard. So really the only thing that there is to kind of enjoy at the mall right now is the artwork that they're displaying, which good on them. At the very least, at least they're doing something like that. Making the open space on the walls available to local artists. This one says, they tried to bury us, but they didn't know we were seeds. And that'd be one of the mall entrances. Let's go out and take a look at it because it has the actual University Mall sign right above it. And I was kind of wondering where that was. I figured there had to be somewhere that had one. Somewhere, and there it is. The cinemas, it looks like they're gone. All right, let's go see the rest of the mall. We have a second floor and part of the other side to see. We have to go to the complete opposite end, which I was right. I think that's where the Burlington would be located. So we'll work our way past the new, well, closed Hibbett Sports. Newly closed, I guess. It's a bad sign when your cinema closes. I didn't necessarily feel unsafe when I came in. But then again, it's 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and the reviews said walking out there in the evening was scary, so. Right now it's just empty. Just us. So we'll go all the way down to the other end, and then I want to see what the food courts look like because there wasn't really any food court on the first floor. That looks like that would have been probably like an Annie M's Pretzels or something like that. But that's 1974. It's a long time to be still around. I'm shocked because I know, at least where I was from, they would open a new mall like every 15 or 20 years back in the day, so everybody would mainly just start going to the new mall. Kind of surprised that this is still here. But I'm glad that people recommended it and said go check out the University Mall before it's gone, since they're demolishing it little by little. I wasn't sure if they were saying it's going to be demolished coming up or what. I didn't see any signs, but I did see online that they said that part of it had been demolished back in 2017. Well, the little toy for the kids to ride is a little monsters, so that kind of puts a little bit of a date on it. All right, now straight ahead. Then we'll take the escalators up. I mean, pretty much not a soul in here. And very few people walking around with shopping bags. So that kind of lets you know most of the people we're seeing are either killing time, mall walking, or they work here. If they're not buying much. Aeropostale factory store. So that's all clothing. And then over here is the Bath and Body Works. We have a Dime, which is also clothing. Kids for Less. Kids Foot Locker. So if they're selling a lot of the kids stuff over here, you'd think that they would, oh, there's a toy store. Okay. I'd say you'd think they would put some of the fun stuff over here, like games and Gravedigger. Looks like you have to wait to be let in. It's a hobby store. And then over here, none of the kiosks, not one kiosk in the center is being used. There's one business over here, Snipes, which is like kind of streetwear. Here's a toy store right next to the other toy store. That's a legit toy store. That's great. This half the mall isn't too bad. Comfort store. A couple more empty stores though. They have a Rainbow here though. Rainbows seem to still be hanging on in the malls, at least in Florida. We saw them in the Lakeland Mall also. Looks like we're coming upon the Kids Play Center. All of these places are closed. Same with the kiosk. There's the Kids Play Center over here. Kind of a cool pirate theme. But whatever that was, that's closed. Nice. Yeah, there's a jewelry store over here. And then Burlington down there, so we'll check this out first. Yeah, this whole section down here is pretty much closed. The Wigs and Beauty store is closed. Uptown Stage is closed. And then for some reason they have this all kind of blocked off. Maybe that's where they demolished some of the mall on that side and they've put up that wall. That's all I can imagine. This store is going strong. K&G Fashion Superstore. That's one of their anchor stores now. It's a pretty big store, actually. So we'll go down to Burlington. I guess they consider Burlington, K&G Fashion, and Ashley Furniture is their anchor stores now. Yeah, they just must be getting ready to close. I mean, that's all I can imagine. Now remember, that one review said this is the worst Burlington that they've ever seen in their life. So I expect good things. I mean, sometimes that's enough for you to come check it out when somebody gives nothing but, I mean, we saw one good review. The one good review was that they brought their teenagers here and that the teenagers enjoyed themselves and that it was good value for the money what they bought here. So let's see how bad this Burlington could really possibly be. It doesn't look bad from what I'm seeing. I mean, things aren't in disarray or anything, so that's mainly what I expect when it's not fully loaded or anything. But yeah, I mean, it's nicely organized. They have stuff, so it's not like there's nothing to buy. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this. That or they've completely cleaned it up. Now you can see that there's some open space here and there, but I think it looks like a pretty good store. Now we'll head this way and we'll check out the second floor where the food court is. This definitely has, I don't know if I felt like it was a 70s mall. They may have done some updating a little bit, but it definitely feels like a mid-80s, like you're walking into 1985. I can't lie about that. Which is great. That's, I mean, I guess that's really what you want if you're coming for the mall experience. If you're buying for, you know, trying to save money or whatever, you usually use Amazon. But if you want to get out and about and get it in your hands that day and you like to people watch, this is one of the best places you can do it. You definitely feel like you went back in time. Barely running into anyone at all. It's mainly just shoe stores. Here's another one. That's like the one thing seems like it is able to survive any kind of urban streetwear clothing or shoes or like suits. Other than that, it's a crapshoot from the malls that I've seen. Nice natural light. I like that. Yeah, this is just so dead. Could be because it's Tuesday, but who knows? I'll say this, when I looked it up, the hours for the mall, I believe it said were 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. That tells you a lot. I mean, if they don't even open till 11 a.m., most of the stores, look at that, the old school rock. That could be one of the original stores here, who knows? But yeah, if they're not even open until 11 a.m., that's probably not the best sign. All right. We'll hit the escalators. Hard to believe how many movies the centrifugal focus of the movie had something to do with being at the mall, going to the mall, a date at the mall, and now hardly anybody goes. All right, as soon as we get to the top, we're greeted by a few fun kids' toys here. On the opposite side, massage chairs. It smells really good up here. I don't know. I do remember the reviews were people complaining, saying that all the places here were places you'd never heard of. So I guess they're upset that there was no Sparrow. Let's see what they did have, though. You can see almost none of them are open. Jaiho's Arabian Grill closed for good. Jaiho's Indian Kitchen. There's drinks in there, so they haven't been closed too long. Cans of soda. The Honduras Cafe also closed. Winglets, specializing in chicken and fish, also closed. Wow. Let's see what is open. Nothing down here. The ice cream place is closed. It looks like they've been closed for a little while too. Now it looks like they do have a cinema. They took the sign off. Oh, and a barber. Look at this. Got a couple of things up here. Onset Barbershop. Nice logo. I dig it. Nice. Get your hair cut while you're here. They even have the cool old school barber pole. So this kind of loops around, goes over to the other side, and then there's a cinema over here. So we saw where it looked like they took the name of the cinema down, but it looks like the cinema's still here. Dine-in cinema. Okay. Let's see what that's all about. Food court's about the only place in the whole mall that does have people. Okay, this is closed, whatever this was. All the signs and everything are gone, but Tacos Mobile is still here. They're in business. VJK Japan. Perry's Barbecue. Chinese Wok. And the pizza place. That's all that's left of the mall food court. And some kind of cool seating. You can actually sit on the inner rim here. Nice. That pretty much does it for our tour of the University Mall. The legendary University Mall. Haven't seen anybody that was looking at me sketchy. Nobody walking around with a knife looking like they want to stab me or anything like the reviews kind of led us to believe. So I would say at least coming during the afternoon it's probably safe. You're probably okay if you come here during the afternoon. I figured if we had any crazy encounters, I'd at least capture it on film. All right, my friends, thank you all for watching. We will see you next time from Tampa, Florida. Goodbye.